Welcome to our statistics series. Today, we are diving into a crucial concept in hypothesis testing, type 2 error. We will explore what it means to fail to reject a false null hypothesis, understanding the false negative and the probability beta. First, let's quickly recap the two players in hypothesis testing. We have the null hypothesis, H0, which is our default assumption, usually stating that there is no effect or no difference. Then we have the alternative hypothesis, H1, which is the claim we are testing for, stating that an effect or difference actually exists. So what exactly is a type 2 error? It happens when the null hypothesis is actually false, meaning there really is an effect, but our test fails to pick it up. We fail to reject the null hypothesis. This is commonly known as a false negative. Let's look at a real-world analogy to make this concrete. Imagine a medical test for a disease. In reality, the patient is sick. The null hypothesis of healthy is false. However, the test comes back negative, saying they are healthy. This is a false negative. The test failed to detect the illness that was actually there. In statistics, we use the Greek letter beta to represent the probability of making this specific error. Beta is the probability that we fail to reject the null hypothesis, given that the alternative hypothesis is true. For example, if beta is 0.10, there is a 10% chance we will miss the effect we are looking for. Let's visualize this with distribution curves. Here, the blue curve represents the null hypothesis, and the green curve represents the alternative hypothesis. The vertical line is our cutoff for making a decision. Notice the shaded red area. This area falls under the green curve, meaning the effect exists, but it is to the left of our cutoff, so we don't reject the null. That shaded area is beta. There is a positive side to this coin called statistical power. Power is the probability of correctly rejecting a false null hypothesis. It is calculated as 1 minus beta. Simply put, if your risk of type 2 error is low, the power of your test is high. We want high power in our studies. How can we reduce type 2 error? The most common way is to increase the sample size. When you collect more data, your distributions become narrower and less overlapped. This gives you a clearer picture of reality, reducing beta and increasing the power of your test. It is important to remember the trade-off. Often, if you try to strictly reduce the risk of a false positive or type 1 error alpha by setting a very high bar for evidence, you inadvertently increase the risk of a false negative or type 2 error beta. It is a balancing act between being too strict and being too lenient. Here is a matrix to summarize. If the null hypothesis is actually false, but we fail to reject it, we land in the bottom right box, type 2 error. Compare this to the top right box, where we correctly reject the false null, which is our power. Understanding this grid is key to mastering hypothesis testing errors. To wrap up, a type 2 error is a false negative, denoted by beta. It means missing a real effect. You can combat this by increasing your sample size, which increases the statistical power of your test. Thank you for watching.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.